Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Stephanie, here with pro tips for essay writers. Do you forget what the question was halfway through the first draft of your essay?
Transforming instructions can help you stay on track in a more efficient process. As we know, essay instructions can be overwhelming. They give us so much information all at once.
Make them easier to read by transforming them into a list.
It's not just about a checklist here. You want to categorize the information.
These categories can help you see which information to pay attention to and when during the process.
We've linked the worksheet below to guide you through the process with your own assignment. But let's do one together.
Right, so start by looking for the straightforward stuff that's not going to overwhelm you, like technical information, font, spacing, and how you need to submit your essay. This information can sometimes be the focus of essay instructions, but you really don't need to worry about them until later in the process.
Although information about citation, like APA or MLA, is important to take note of early so you don't end up with a ton of work tracking down the source information later.
Good advice.
I also recommend paying attention to information about scope early on. This will help you make decisions about how ambitious you can be.
You need to think about how long the essay is supposed to be.
Also, look at this required number of sources. This tells us that the piece is supposed to be fairly broad in scope, referencing and making connections between many course concepts without necessarily diving too deeply into one in particular. Every assignment will demand that you make choices, and sometimes justify them at the outset of your paper.
These choices can be really difficult, and sometimes make the beginning stages of working on a paper quite fraught. Tutors at the Writing Center can talk you through these decisions.
Tutors at the Writing Center can also be helpful when it comes to explaining expectations for different genres and types of paper, which can vary from course to course depending on the professor and their area of expertise.
This essay here is a reflection on what you've learned. It's a culmination of an entire course.
This tells us, for example, that it's probably acceptable to write in the first person.
Right. It'd be difficult to reflect without saying I. But it also tells us that the paper probably requires a guiding focus statement rather than an argumentative thesis statement.
Yeah, maybe something like, I've learned that the true nature of academic originality is...
And that connects with the information here about the question at hand. What is the task you're performing in this paper?
This is information you really need to isolate in your list. And as you can see, the main task in this example is really just this question here.
That's what you need to write at the top of your assignment in bold. So we've transformed your assignment into an organized checklist, one that's prioritized the information.
In the next video, we'll talk about how to navigate jargon in instructions.
Like, what do you do if you don't know what critically analyze means? Until next time, happy writing!
You've got this.